What's up, y'all? I'm Sin.
I'm Joy,
and welcome to Big Girl Pantease,
where you get a plate of positivity with a side of bluntness, with accountability for dessert. Because
accountability ain't a dirty word.
Yes, we've been working on that. And
we
it's been working. It's been working. I think we're good. So we're like, this is episode
7.
Lucky 7.
Lucky 7.
Lucky
Yes.
7. So first off, we'd like to start with the gratitude segment.
Yes. For every single person that is new to Big Girl Pantease podcast, we would like to say welcome. Thank you for tuning in. We so appreciate it.
Thank you.
We ask that you continue to rock with us.
Yes.
Check past episodes on YouTube and all DSPs.
Wherever you get your podcasts.
Yes. And follow us on Instagram. I am Sin_Big Girl Pantease.
I am Ms. Joy in the City. And also we are Big Girl Pantease, one word, on IG. So
well as Facebook.
As well as Facebook too.
Yes.
So we just want to say thank you so much for rocking with us.
Thank you.
If you are coming back and if you are back, because we see the backs. Back to back on the drink. Back to back. So we appreciate y'all for coming in and rocking with us.
Yes.
Emailing us, giving us feedback.
Liking, comments, sharing, subscribing, all that good shit.
So we just like to start off by saying thank you, because gratitude is one of the most important things that you can have in your life to bring more, which is kind of along the lines of today's show. But before we get into it, I don't know if wherever you're located, but we are out of New York City. And yesterday morning, I thought the rapture had started.
It looked like the apocalypse.
Right, because it was
like
so
zombies was
dark.
About to come out.
Apparently, it was like the wildfires from Canada, and then there was something happening in Jersey. I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm not going to bother having this conversation or debate online because I feel like there's something that we're not being told, but this is not political panties. That's not this show.
You're dealing with the United States of America. Most shit we're not told. Let's just keep it a buck. So we still don't know who killed Biggie.
If you haven't watched
or Pac,
if you haven't
find that out.
Watched Inside Job on Netflix. But either way, it felt like the apocalypse and everything was crazy.
Hope everybody is okay. Hope everyone was masked up yesterday.
Because I still actually have kind of a headache.
I had a headache from the time I woke up. My throat was very scratchy. And when I got home, I felt, you know how it smelled outside? Like that burn smell?
Oh, first of all, shout out to one of my close friends, Chas. She said that shit. She said outside smelled like Mezcal.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Which I think is probably one of
Mezcal is pretty damn strong,
one of the
that is
perfect descriptions. Shout out to Chaz because that was perfect. Because Mezcal is a smoky.
Yeah, it's smoky.
We have history with alcohol and liquors, and we've been bartenders and
mixologists.
Well, actually, I'm sorry.
Well over
a decade. We are mixologists.
Get it right.
Yeah, I had to.
No, but we're bartenders too.
We're both.
But we're mixologists. We don't just pour straight from the bottle to the glass. We know how to shake it up.
We make craft cocktails, baby. So needless to say, ain't nobody say pray for New York. Y'all ain't shit for that.
Y'all suck.
Yeah, nobody
say pray for this and pray for that.
Ain't nobody pray for New York. It was almost a Reynolds rap.
Meme, not one.
No, I saw the meme. The meme was on Your NYC where it said, I ain't seen one person.
No, I'm saying I have not seen one prayer for New York. I have not seen, I didn't even get no phone call. Girl, you masked up.
No. Well, no. I did get check-ins. Right. I did get check-ins from people who are outsed of New York.
That ain't right.
I did. But collectively, y'all shitting on us.
Yeah, for real.
It's hot in here. Look,
it's getting hot in here. Well, it was like hell yesterday. Yeah, so I'll take it. At least it cleared up a bit.
It did. So pray for New York City.
Continue to keep us in prayer.
Continue to keep New York City in prayer. Yes. So for today's episode, have you ever? Oh wait, what have we forgotten? Oh,
the wonderful.
Sorry. Shout out to the plug. Shout out to the plug.
D, you the plug. Shout out to D.
Shout out to D.
Shout out to Danny right there.
Danny, because you were the ultimate plug and facilitated us to be able to go to the Roots Picnic.
The Roots Picnic
and the
Roots
Picnic was lit, and we was
so dope.
And we in VIP, and we were in the Sapphire Lounge and all that. It's like it's all in who you know, but again, gratitude.
Yes. We were grateful to be there.
We were grateful to be there. Grateful to be invited. Grateful to fellowship. Grateful to sisterhood.
It was sisterhood. Yes.
Grateful to an amazing time. Grateful for a road trip.
Grateful for some drinks. Because me and your girl right here, my business bestie, did enjoy some because we was doing Dry May. And we definitely enjoyed a little jump in June, just a little bit.
Oh no, we were jumping.
Yeah,
we were jumping, and
had a great
Ursher
time.
was there.
Ursher,
and Busta Rhymes killed it. I want to learn that verse. I want to learn it. Gotta have it.
Yes.
Have it. Yeah, and he's still Eve was
Black Thought.
First of all, Black Thought,
Ari Lennox, and City Girls.
Shout
out to Carisha.
City
Girls.
Girls.
My Aquarian sister. Period.
I love me some City Girls. I listen. I love me some City Girls. I don't care. Yeah. Love me some City Girls. Shout out Carisha JT.
Girls.
Love y'all.
Yes.
So we got to be experience that in a really great way. So we just wanted
the road trip. The road trip was fun. We were singing songs to the high heavens.
Yes, and I
came home hoarse. And I
have a
like
recap. We both have recaps, right, on our page.
Yeah.
So we both have recaps, and it was just a beautiful time. And we just wanted to take this time, and especially in the gratitude segment, to say thank you, D, for facilitating. We love you so much. And
thank you, Chaz, for driving.
Thanks, Chaz, for driving. Like, it was a lit time. It was a real trip.
Yes.
So I was grateful to be in fellowship with these ladies and with my bestie. So it was definitely lit. Oh, and happy Best Friends Day.
Happy National Best Friends Day. National Best Friends Day.
But by the time this airs, it will not be. See, the funny thing about filming prior to the week is, this will come out and it'll be like Best Friend Day. So yeah, that's when we filmed it. So shout out to all the people that we love, and shout out to all the best friends. Yes. So today's episode is called
Revamped Pantease.
And I know, first of all, I know the names of our shows are very, we put a lot of thought into it because of what the episode is trying to convey. So
this have you been extra interesting though? Let me just explain how it came
please.
We were on the phone just kind of talking about what the show was going to be this week. And I just kind of said to you, I was like, I just haven't been my best self. I have not been manifesting the way I should. I haven't been grinding the way I should outside of my 9-to-5, my businesses. I haven't been studying the way I should. And I have been talking to quite a few friends, and a lot of people seem to be in that same stagnant kind of space.
Right.
And that's not a space that I live in. I live on a higher, much higher vibrational level. I'm about positivity. I'm about manifestation. But lately, keeping it a buck, transparency is what you're always going to get with Big Girl Pantease podcast.
Yes.
I haven't been giving a fuck. Like, I just been not doing what I'm supposed to do. So
just like moving like being forward on the rat race. And it's just like the day, it's like Groundhog Day. Have you ever had?
Oh, that's such a good movie.
Yeah, it's like, it as of late, it's been feeling like Groundhog Day. And I think it's been feeling like that for a lot of people. Yeah. We went through a pandemic. There's a lot of things that are going on. People are dealing with, yes, it's over now, but we're still dealing with the after effects of that. A lot of people are dealing with a lot of mental health issues. A lot of people are dealing with a lot of stuff that we're not touching on. And what happens is
my mic is just not.
Is your mic running?
It's telling me to move forward to get
to the border.
To get to the border. It's just not working. So I'm just trying
to hold on to it.
I'm just gonna
hold on to your love.
See, now, if that ain't best friend shit, that damn sure wasn't practiced.
Well, we always do gone
Always
shit.
Gone.
But sometimes in life, and it doesn't really matter what level you're at, because I also noticed this with uber successful people too, that you think that they have it all together, which mostly they do, but they also have those, damn, am I doing enough? Or damn, is this going to work? And they have
pressure.
Everyone has their
thing.
Exactly. So what we wanted to talk about was the levels and the areas that we want to go ahead and revamp. And then we also want to have an open dialogue with you about where you're at in life and what you feel, because are you operating at your highest self? Mm-hmm. Are you operating at the highest level?
Are you living or are you existing?
And as of late, it's been feeling a lot more like existing.
Me too.
And even with us doing the pod, which we both absolutely love. 555, that's my necklace. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Which we absolutely love. You also want to make sure that you are operating at the highest level. Are you doing everything you need to do? Are you researching? Are you posting? Is this making sense?
And we've admitted we've slacked in that.
Right.
And we've slacked in that, guys, and we apologize.
And we apologize, but we're also
trial and error.
Yes.
It's only episode 7.
Only trial and error.
7, but we're learning.
But it's also been
do the work,
and it's also been trickling into different areas of our lives. Yeah. Like not just the show. Yep. Like, okay, we both work. right?
Mm-hmm.
We both have our, I would say 9 to 5. Mine is, I work at nights, but we still work. You know what I mean? And that's a thing that always has to happen because the bills gotta get paid. Who gonna pay for shit?
Rent, office don't want to hear no shit.
Yeah,
you gonna be out
you can't
with
take
your
shits
shit.
and giggles to the rent office.
Can't. Sure can't.
Don't do it. And you get to a point where you realize you're feeling like Groundhog Day. Your manifestations aren't coming as fast or not coming at all. And then you start to question, God, am I doing something wrong? Am I doing this right? And then what you do is you get into a negative headspace about it. And vibrationally, that's not going to bring anything.
And when your faith starts to waver, that's a whole nother spiral effect of negativity that you're bringing on to you, because now you're working against prayer, which works, faith, which works,
right,
and meditation, manifestation, which works.
Right.
So when you take that whole element, you just feel like an empty shell, and it's a sucky feeling.
Right.
And you always have to find a way to climb out of it.
Yep.
Now the thing is, the first thing you have to do is you have to identify. You have to sit in it and say, am I being my best self? Am I leveling up? Am I in the same position now that I was 6 weeks ago, 6 months ago, a year ago? And if the answer to that question is yes, that's a huge issue.
Yep.
And it's time to do some soul searching and figure out, okay, why am I not moving forward? Now, granted, certain things is beyond our control.
Well, but the things that you can't control,
the
things you can't control, that's where you learn grace, right? You learn grace, and you learn how you ask God for the way to get through it.
Yes.
Give me the strength, give me the reason, give me the way.
Yeah.
But
the people
everything else,
if you have the will to change, you have to. It starts with you, and you can't be mad at anybody but yourself. And that's a horrible feeling, because I have sat back and have not done what I needed to do, and then months have passed, years have passed. I'm talking about right now, like my businesses. I'm an independent travel agent. Aside from, shout out to Luxus Travel on Instagram.
Luxus Travel for all your fabulous travel needs.
You know what I'm saying? I have my own independent travel agency business along with another business. And, when I come home from my 9 to 5, which is it has a lot, and I'm on 2-3 computers at one time. And
I have a funny story about that, but we'll tell it later. When you're like, I got 4 computers in front of me, bitch. I don't want to look at a screen. Anywho, but
that was a funny moment. My best friend got it. She was like, okay, fine, I'll send the email. But I just was like, sometimes you're really overwhelmed. And I'm a type of person that a lot of people don't see overwhelmed often. So I feel like not saying I can't show it, because I don't give a fuck. I'm going to be who I am at all times. But sometimes you kind of feel, check on your strong friends. But sometimes I feel, okay, I can't show it because maybe somebody's looking at me as inspiration, or Sanaya's doing it, she's moving forward. But Sin be struggling too. And lately I have been bullshitting with my life. We've been letting the podcast drop a little bit, and we're consistent.
No, we're consistent.
No,
you are getting the episodes. However, we're noticing that there are other things that come along with it that you need to be taking care of. Yes. So it's like revamp.
Yeah.
And we also wanted to revamp into other areas of our life, like the gym membership that we've been paying for.
Let me go sit. You talk.
Like the gym membership. Like I actually have a story, and it bugs me. Have you ever, well, this isn't the story, but have you ever made lists? Like, I know we are alike in a lot of ways. So like our manifestation lists that we've had for a while. And I came across a manifestation list that I had made probably a few years ago. And I was proud of myself because there were a lot of things that were on it that I've done. But then there were things that I started to notice a pattern. Like when I went back and I was like, let me find others from 10 years ago. And there are certain things that are still on it. And it just made me be like, it made me wonder. I'm like, okay, I'm grateful. I am successful, but I'm not operating at the highest level that I can.
Question though. Was some of it on the list things that you no longer, because sometimes you grow out of your list? Maybe, was it just certain things on there that you were like, I didn't do this, but I'm good? Or was it a lot of, damn, I still didn't?
It was actually a mixture. That's a great question. It was actually a mixture of both. Okay. There were certain things I was like, okay, I don't care about that anymore.
Yeah, same.
Like, I want to get this corporate. That's not where I'm at with it. But then there were other things that I saw on there. I'm like, okay, I see this on my list again. Okay, this is on the list again.
Offender.
Okay, this is a repeat offender. And it's like,
all right, now this shit was 10 years ago. and I ain't do shit with it yet. Oh, I got a couple of those.
And the story that I'm going to tell is, so in 2021, actually I had a book on my shelf. My bookshelf. First of all, books are amazing. And I hope they don't go defunct because, the internet and our phones, and we have a computer literally in our hands. But I have an intense, extensive amount of books. I love my library. And there's a book that I bought, and sometimes I'll buy books and forget they're there and sit them on the shelf and then come back to them. So I bought this book in 2012 when I was on my way to LA in the airport. 2012. And it sat on the bookshelf. In 2021, one of my close friends had taken a trip to LA, ironically. And one of her close friends put her onto this book called The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. I always say her name wrong. That's the same author of The Secret.
Okay.
And it's a 28-day gratitude plan that you go through. And on the 28th day, it's a life-changing experience. She goes, her homegirl tells her about the book. She reads it. She starts practicing it, right? Her life to this day is continuing to unfold, and she's still working, it's working for her. And what was crazy to me was when she told me about it, she was like, I'm going to gift you the book. I was like, you don't have to. I believe that book is on my bookshelf. And I went and looked, and there it was.
But it was meant for you to read it at the time you was going to read it. Sometimes
Touché,
that happens too.
But ask me if I've finished it yet. That's my point, guys. That accountability. So, I have my girl who read it and boom, jumped right in. Good old Aries. Just jumped in head first. The Libra is like, I'm going to start on the first. I'm going to, I have, I'm in Aries rising and an Aries moon. So I'm good at starting. It is, I need to discipline myself to continue to move forward to see the finish line. Because I definitely realize I am not at this point operating at the highest level of myself.
I'm more frustrated with myself because I'm the opposite of that. I have to finish things. So my whole life there's been, I start something, I'm going to fucking finish it.
Right.
That's just who I am.
I'm like, I'm done playing with this toy.
Yeah, if I start something, whether it's schoolwork, a project, anything that I usually start, 9 times out of 10, I finish it. Lately, it hasn't been. Lately, I've been looking at, as I said in earlier episodes, I think it was Evolution Pantease, Ep.7. Go check it out, please. Thank you.
YouTube and all DSPs,
and all that.
Where you get your podcast.
Plug, shameless plug. Yeah. I think it was Evolution 2 Pantease, to where I was explaining that I was manifesting in my journal for 365 days in 2020 and 2021, and everything.
Impressive.
And I do mean it was hard too.
That's impressive.
Because every single day I came home from work, whether I got up in the morning, whether I felt like it, whether I had a shitty day, I wrote positivity. I did not say, fuck this day. That's how my old journals were. Fuck this day. This some bullshit. I'm going to kick this bitch ass. She look at me one more time. HR going to be calling me into the office. But if you know anything about manifestation, the more you say that, the more it's going to happen. The more that person's going to get on your nerve at the job.
Yes.
So I said for 2020 and 2021, every single thing, no matter how I feel, I'm going to write it down positive, and I'm going to, you have to write it down. You also have to speak the words out loud. You can't just write down in your journal. It's not going to work. You have to write it and then read it and believe it at the same time and see it.
Right.
I know it sounds difficult, but it gets easier over the time. And when I did that, every single day I wrote in that journal, and I started something January 1st. And December 31st, before I screamed Happy New Year and got on my knees, which I do every year, no matter what. I'd be at a party. You remember we was at a party. We dressed to the gods.
To the nose.
To the gods.
Sweet
and as soon as 12 o'clock hit.
Hold my drink, boo. I got to do something.
You got to pray, because you're not guaranteed another year, another day, another hour. So I always do that. But at December 31st, before I left the house, I remember how good I felt. Like I journaled 365 days a year, no matter what. And I did that for 2020 and 2021. And I looked at all of the blessings that I got so I can start something and finish it. Mm-hmm. But lately, it's been a lot of personal stuff that's been more getting in the way stuff. You know, my job it can be pretty demanding depending on the month because I'm in corporate still. And I had to say, I'm not happy. And I think I told you that yesterday. Yeah. I told you that a couple of weeks ago. I'm not happy.
It actually, this conversation is what
I'm getting there. That's what sparked the show.
That's what sparked what it's like. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this. That's the point of us having this pod is being honest.
And it was rough, rugged, and raw. And I did not want to admit why I was unhappy. And we talked about it.
And we got up underneath it.
Had to get up underneath it, and I had to expose it because once I exposed it, I could deal with it. And it wasn't, let's be clear, guys, I have a blessed life. I'm not sitting here because it's people
doing the woe is
out
me.
there not doing the woe is me. It's people out there that have real stuff. But everybody got their shit.
Yeah, you throw your problems into a pile. And what's the saying? You throw your problems in a pile with everybody else's. You gonna rip your shits back. You're like, I'm gonna take these little problems real quick.
You're gonna be like, this little bit, I'm complaining
this little tiny problem.
There's people out there with going through way worse. So I'm not trying to come off like that, but you know, everyone got their shit, and to them, they shit it's killer sometimes. And I don't.
This is correct because you can't tell somebody about their stuff.
You can't tell somebody about.
Oh, it's not that serious. It is.
It is that serious. It is to me. And I have to be happy. I have to be joyful. I have to operate in a place when I get up in the morning, whether it's rain, hail, sleet, or snow, 20 degrees or 100. I prefer 100 because I like to tan.
97.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean. I'd rather be hotter than cold.
Sugar melts, baby.
In the snow, in the rain, in the heat, in the fall.
Okay, come on. Back.
But no, I want to be happy. And now I know why I'm not happy. Why. And, you know, some of it is, you know, since Dry May happened, I dropped one bad habit and picked up another. I've been eating. You see the stomach right here, y'all? Transparency. Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Showing.
Thank you for bringing that up.
And I didn't have a stomach in May when I started Dry May.
It's gonna be May.
It should have been you. Because if I would have stuck to my wine, I wouldn't have had this now, but I really need to detox, and I was happy to start and finish something.
Yeah, I started and finished too.
We started high five. Left hand. That shit was...
Yeah, we did it.
At moment, and we were both out too. So it was hard. Like we also talked about, I think last episode, you was at an event and Casa.
I was at an event. No, it wasn't Casa, thank God. It was No, it was tequila.
Oh, tequila.
But it was a tequila, and you know I drink tequila.
I don't know how you did it, bestie. I know you probably was like, open bar.
I was like, ooh, give me a Sprite with some lime.
But you did that.
I did. I started and finished. So
we got to keep that up.
Essentially, what Revamped Pantease is about is us airing our dirty laundry and being very transparent because we're realizing that we don't have it all together. And it is No, there's no way to really have it all, but you know when you're operating at your highest level.
Yes.
You know, it's like, yo, I'm at my best self. Yes. I've been getting up. I've been doing my morning routine. I've been meditating.
I've been praying.
I've been meditating. Exactly. You know, I have been
living beyond your means because I've been mad at my bank account. I've been spending. I got money in the bank. Bless Jesus Christ. So
Praise
I'm not.
God.
I can go
God.
I can go to the restaurant, open the menu. Praise God, and don't have to look at the price. I can get. I
just want to get what I want. I feel like a steak today.
Yes. Or lobster or whatever.
Or both.
Yeah.
And
but it wasn't always then.
Honey.
We had our restaurants that we went to that we knew.
You gotta save up to go there.
You gotta save up, but it's just. You got to figure out what it is. And for a lot of people, it's the same thing. You're not happy with your body.
Right.
You're not happy with your finances.
Right. You're not happy where you're in your career.
Depending on what,
depending on what, you know, you're not happy maybe in your love life. Maybe you're single and you want to be with someone, or maybe you're in a relationship and you may not be happy, or it's not progressing where you want it to be. Like there's complete levels, and we're never going to have everything together at one time.
Nobody.
Understand that there are things that are simultaneous because we have so many things going on. However, if you're okay, you can't see it. I'm sorry, you can't see it.
This damn thing just keeps.
Sin's microphone ain't fucking with her today.
It ain't.
It keeps like moving away from her when she's trying to talk, and it's like maybe that's God's way of saying that ain't what you're supposed to say. I don't know.
No, I say he keeps saying drink some more. This water. Bullshit.
Anywho, back on subject. There's no way.
Fuji's in this cup. That's an inside joke.
La la la.
Only my best friend knows what that
so
means.
So when we rock, when we doing our thing. Yo, we really be on here singing.
Yeah.
So the point of Revamped Pantease is to
get
take
your
stock.
Shit together.
To take stock. Get yourself together. Get yourself together. Okay, no more sing-along.
I know. No, but that's what it is. Get your shit to start getting our shit together. Hold ourselves accountable. Hold each other accountable.
Hold each other accountable and hold y'all accountable.
Yeah.
Because the reason why we started this podcast was the campsite rule.
Yes.
The goal is to leave when you come in, aka, virtually.
Yes.
When you watch us on YouTube, when you listen to us wherever you get your podcast, when you leave, we want you to feel better than when you came in.
That's the whole goal.
Sometimes you feel bad before you feel good.
Yeah.
And that's where this came from. It was like, okay, a real conversation between best friends where we were like, these are things that I am not feeling, and these are all things that I have access to and I have control over. And when are you going to do what the hell you need to do?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you're doing a disservice to yourself.
But when you don't talk to anybody about it, you don't have no one to hold you accountable.
Well, then so
if you do have somebody,
that is my issue.
That's important.
I am what my best friend calls a slow boil. Or slow burn.
Slow boil.
Wow, blah, tongue twister.
It's nice how she sells by the seashore.
Slow boil.
Yes.
Where I will be upset about something, but I won't say anything about it
later.
Until
you remember in 2012 when we was at dinner, you had on she'll remember all the details, but I'm supposed to slow boil. I'd be like, just tell me now so we could talk about it and get it. And let's get past it.
Right. So because of that, okay, shit, I lost my whole point. This is why
slow boil. We were talking about revamping. We were talking about getting your shit
whatever
together.
you said you gonna do, do it.
That part. And accountability and having somebody to
slow boil. Okay, thank you. See, that's why we be paying attention.
I knew it.
Thank you, best friend.
Look, I knew it.
Okay, and her mic left the building again. So the thing with that is, when you, in order to, are you okay over here?
Because then it wanted to come back. I'm like, now you want to.
They always come back. They always come back.
Always.
They always. Well, they can't hear you saying it because you're talking out of your
always.
mic. There you go. Whenever the first thing is being honest with yourself.
Yes, which is hard.
Which is very hard sometimes. And then the second thing is being honest with someone that you trust.
Which can be harder.
My point, and which I realized as of late is my. Come on, stay here, Mike. Come on. Which I really, there you go. Hold on. Which I find is an issue with me that I won't, and even sometimes to my own best friend. And it's like, you have to break out of that. You've been best friends for decades. You can.
No, you've gotten better with it.
I have.
We've switched places because Joy used to be so bad with it. I mean, pulling teeth because she just had this standard. She had like the standard in her head that she can't show. It's like quote unquote to her weakness. Okay, so this.
So I'm sitting up straight,
Joy.
So, on that note, guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap up here. And
I could just say what's on the mic. What the fuck? This mic is just.
I know that, first of all, forgive us on episode 7 because we are a little bit all over the place. Giddy. However, the point that we're going to drive home to rock it, because we're about to wrap up, because weekend in the day, is revamp. What areas of your life are you not being honest with yourself about? Yeah. And how are you going to go about revamping it? So, on air, I'm going to say it. We are working on, well, I can't speak for you. But for me, right. Well, that's first.
Yeah.
This ain't helping.
Yeah.
But, it's this.
Coconut water.
Sure. It's not helping. But we know what areas in our life that we need to revamp and hold each other accountable. AKA accountability is not a dirty word. So we just want to make sure that you are doing what you need to do
and
to move forward.
Oh, go ahead.
No, to move forward, period.
And that's some of the things that I would just recommend is sit with yourself, by yourself. Turn the radio off. Or if the radio
love yourself.
Love yourself and sit with yourself. Sit quietly. Turn the TV off. Turn the lights down. get quiet. If
Turn
you
your
like
lights
music,
down low.
not that low. Don't Bob Marley. Well, if you Bob Marley. No, actually, I would say do it with a clear head. I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you do things with a clear head, more comes to you. You really are sitting with yourself, not a cloud
AKA
version
don't
of yourself.
smoke any bud before you meditate.
That's so not
Good
before you
that.
meditate, but when is you're ready to have that conversation with yourself to figure out why you need a revamp, why you're not living at your highest vibration as your best self, then I would just say don't drink and don't smoke so you can just be clear.
Right.
And then sit someplace where it's
our
quiet.
Own advice, right.
Yeah, but this is what I actually do when I don't do that. When I need to really clear out, I don't do anything. I sit quietly. I put on instrumental music because if I'm listening to Mary J. Blige, then I'm start singing Mary, and I'm not paying attention to where I'm really trying to connect to, which ultimately for me is God. I'm trying to hear from him. So I would say
you can get
sit quietly. Yes, sit quietly with yourself. Be patient and give yourself, as my best friend always say, give yourself grace. And hold yourself accountable though. Not too much grace to where you be like, I'm good.
No, you're not good.
You're not
good. You're not happy. You're not where you want to be. And this is what you need to do.
And these are things, anything that you can change, you change it for you. Whatever you can't, you pray about it, you manifest it, and you start working towards those things.
Right.
You take one step, the universe and God will take a plethora of them. So start with that. Talk to somebody if you have a best friend or you have a close friend, you have a family member.
Right.
Have someone, accountability partner, someone that's going to hold you accountable to your shit.
Yep.
Oh, didn't you say you want to have your business started in 6 months? Have you been researching? Did you buy
it looks
this?
like
Did
6 months is next week. What's going on?
Exactly. And then vice versa. And never come from a place like, I told you so. It's about love. It's about love. You have to love.
No judgment.
No judgment. You have to love that person. And if they pass that 6 months, your job at that point is to hold them accountable, remind them that they haven't done it, but tell them, I got you this next 6 months. Let's make it work. Keep encouraging. Right. So we want to encourage you to live in your best self.
Yep.
Rise to your highest vibration you can. We only get one life. And if that shit that happened yesterday, that apocalyptic shit.
When the rapture was started yesterday in New York City. And that's what it really looked like.
Because if you read Revelation, my mama told me to read Revelation. And it took me a very long time to finally read it. And it scared the shit out of me. And I don't want to be here when the rapture come. And that looked like that. But until he comes back, do you be your best self, help others around you to be their best selves, and revamp your life, your career, your spirit, your heart, and if you have to, your love. That's
everything. So if you made it this far, we just want to say thank you again for rocking with us. And we appreciate it. And go ahead and get out there and revamp. Yes. We're going to be doing the same. Yes. And we're going to be accountable about it.
And we would love to hear your stories. We also have an email address. So you can email us at biggirlpantease,
Pantease.
Yes, at yahoo.com. We would love to hear your stories.
Every time I say it, it makes me mad about Gmail. But yeah, that's it.
It's all right because, everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. But fuck you too anyway. God damn it.
And on that note, we'll see y'all next time.
And my microphone need a...
Poor microphone.
At the end, now it want to act up. It want to act right.
We'll catch y'all next time. Peace.
Peace. That's some bullshit. Yo, the microphone.